This is the B-side, B-side, B-side. The marriage. This is the B-side, B-side, B-side. The marriage.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the B-Side of Marriage podcast. I am Rashonda, a licensed marriage and family therapist associate and marriage and relationship coach. And this is my husband and co-host,
Jason.
Yes. And here at the B-Side, we talk about everything related to marriage and relationships. The good, the bad, the real, the A and the B-side. So if this is your first time, welcome. For all our other B-Side family, welcome back. We're here with another great episode and want to make sure that if you're watching us on YouTube, please be sure to follow, like, subscribe, comment, all the things. And if you're on any of the other platforms, please be sure to do the same.
As well, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the B-Side of Marriage and B-Side of Marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
Still getting the cobwebs off?
Still, this is a little rusty, dusty. It's all right.
All right. So with that, let's jump into the first segment of us sharing a and B side moment from our life currently.
I guess A side for me is I recently just got into coaching again. Something that kind of came out the blue.
Yeah.
So, which is, so I'm excited to get back into coaching again. I've been doing a lot of coaching, just kind of like groups in a group setting with individual kids and stuff like that. But now I'm back into coaching, getting back into that again, which is, it's exciting, it's different. So I'm excited about doing that again.
Okay.
B-side moment. Can't say I have a B-side. I can't actually say I have a B-side moment. There's nothing particular. I think I can think right off the top of my head that's B-side right now. So what about you?
My A side is that even though they act like they're not listening, our kids do listen. And just seeing those little moments where it's like things that I feel like I've had to reiterate over and over again, them doing it without me prompting them.
Or pressing them.
Those were some rewarding moments. And so also too, it's it's allowing them to just kind of be kids at times, because sometimes I want to be like, you should know better, and they really don't. They really don't know better. So anyway, so that's my A moment, or my A side of what's going on here recently. My B side, I feel like I'm still. We're a few weeks out from it, but I feel like I'm still adjusting to this time. The time change. In the morning, it is so dark. I do not want to get up. I don't want to get up. And then it's like, because the lights out so late, it's harder to get the kids to be like, hey, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
And then I find myself also like prolonging
when you go to bed.
Yeah. So still trying to adjust to that, but that would be it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what we gonna talk about today?
Oh, you want me to introduce?
Yeah, what we doing about today?
Okay, so I get this a lot about how people only feel like couples therapy is only for if your relationship is on the brink of divorce, and I definitely would say no, because I think people only think about therapy in crisis, going to therapy in crisis situations. And because of that, they're really missing out on all the benefits that therapy brings. And so I just want to talk about how attending, like going to therapy, even for maintenance, which I already know you're gonna have your analogy, but like for just going for routine maintenance is more I feel like can be just as beneficial as if you're going when you're in a crisis.
Okay.
So that's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
And then as part of that, we talk about our, journey as far as couples therapy and
Okay.
stuff
No,
like
because
that.
because we've talked about the past that we didn't have.
Right. That we needed to.
That we needed to, and then we found some, and then we stopped, and then we we can definitely talk about this. I guess we'll be starting at there. How you want to start?
Wherever you want to. Okay. I introduced it. Where you want to start?
Okay. Since you started talking about it's not just about crisis. Let's kind of talk about what we did.
Okay.
Because we started going. We found a new therapist, and we went not because we was in crisis.
Right.
We went because we felt that we were in a good spot, how we would communicate and things like. No, that's what it was. We said we was in a good spot. We was communicating. It was last year.
I know that's not why we started.
That's why we started.
No, we went because we felt like our communication was a little off. And so that's why we were like, we needed to get a third party in to just.
See, I don't. Okay.
That was how I. That's why I wanted to go.
Yeah, but that's not because I felt again. How I felt when we first started.
Okay.
We were in a good spot. But we needed to. There was a disconnect somewhere.
Right.
But we didn't know it was communication at the time. I didn't know it was communication at the time.
I was gonna say you did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that. Mm-hmm. See.
I did. But it's fine. But no, But I agree with that. We were not in crisis.
Correct.
So this is something that we have been talking about. We said we needed to. The whole thing was finding one because we need to find a new one because we said I said I didn't want to go back to the previous person.
Yeah.
He was great for that time, but we were in a different place, and so and I also wanted you to. Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting a call.
Okay. And I wanted you to find some people that you feel like you could relate to.
Yeah.
Because I know there are not a lot of male therapists in the field, really. And I know you were interested in finding a LMFT, a licensed marriage and family therapist. So I was like, okay, well, you go and you find some people, and then I will select from the group. And so, anyways, we were able to find a person. And so we just went for like a checkup. In essence, it was a checkup.
And then what now?
Well, and now I don't know. I mean, we're still going.
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to get.
It's still ongoing because what we found, and we talked about this at least in the last episode or this season. I'm not sure when they are being aired, but we've talked about how I felt like because I think what was happening was you really pride yourself on being the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And because you can do you do a lot of things well.
Yeah.
You feel like you should always do it. And I always thought that was more a you thing than me. And then by going to therapy, we realized that it was a us thing.
Yeah.
And because we were doing things like that, because we felt like, we can constantly give, we were not giving or really making sure we were
prioritizing us.
Yeah, prioritizing our relationship. So that was, for me, that was kind of eye-opening because I was just like, no, we do all of this. And our therapist was like, but what are y'all doing for y'all?
Mm-hmm.
And we would be like, well.
We couldn't answer.
And the fact that we had to think about
yeah,
it.
we couldn't. It was like, okay. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is what happens, especially when you're in a relationship for as long as we've been. Like, oh Lord, here we go with numbers. I know we've been married 16 years, together 18. Look at that, go me. Okay, you get you not in a routine, but I feel like you can take advantage of it because you just assume they're there. They're going to be there. Yeah. They've been this whole time. Of course, like if it gets bad enough, they will say something.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we were operating. And so that's why we were making sure like we're taking care of this, the kids, the jobs, career, serving, like we were doing all the things. And then we didn't realize that we're always outward facing and we were never like really inward. And that really came about by us going to therapy.
Oh,
I don't know if you have anything else to say.
No, you're absolutely right, because to even have that revelation, it's like, we're doing, and it like you said, it was really, as I think about it now, it was kind of hilarious because we really was just sitting there just like looking at each other like, you right, like we ain't never thought of it like that. Yeah. So, and that really, from us, our continuing going to therapy now, we're able to be challenged, challenge of our thinking, of, of how we thought before, are challenging on, how we can think going forward, how we can move going forward, and even just challenging each of us to not use, again, past things that we've done and bring it into future. So yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, because we definitely give each other the opportunity to grow and to change. But then there are certain times when, and this is, everybody gets triggered on things, or by certain things. And it's not necessarily the fact that you get triggered, it's more in how do you respond to the past experiences that are trying to make you, they're trying to send you the same old messages when things may or may not be that way, if that makes sense. And so, just realizing how many, like, even though we've been together for so long, the assumptions that we were still making about certain behavior or the conclusions we would jump to because of previous experiences. And, I remember like the last time or the last couple of times. And then it's like, but is that really true? Because when was those last couple of times?
It wasn't when those the last couple of times.
Exactly. It's been years.
It wasn't those last. Yeah. It was like we shortened that time frame real fast. Yeah.
Exactly. We collapsed the time, and so it's like, oh, well, actually, that didn't just happen.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yep.
And so, and that's what therapy does.
Yeah.
Therapy gets you to really challenge some of these assumptions, thought patterns that you have, because you just get caught up in it because they're just the norm, right? So they're just automatic thoughts. And so it's just like, oh, yeah, of course. And then it's like, but is that really true?
Yeah. And that was something that, for me, I'll say for myself, it's like, it's, I guess I'll say this. For me, I don't want to be the one to not, let's say, realize certain things. And then when the therapist says it, I'm sitting there like, I ain't got an answer for that. Like, I'm just like, I ain't got an answer for you. Because again, it's like, didn't think about that. I'm wrong for that. And it's, I don't want to say, I guess it's humbling. I guess that's the word I can use, is humbling. Because you got a third party to see, and not just see you, but see you in the relationship and how y'all, the nuances of your relationship, but how you guys, you guys are, good in this area, this area, this area, but at the same time, y'all need to work on this area here. So,
And that's what's so interesting, because this is what we do, right? And so you think that you have like your bases covered, but we also are human, and we also have to continue to grow, right? And so it's not a matter of, oh, I should be better in that area. It's a matter like, oh, this give us an opportunity to like get to know each other more, like to deepen our connection. And it's also like, it's just because when you, like I said, you just kind of get used to things. You don't really like, it can come across as if it's not broke, then there's no need to fix it.
yeah.
But if you are not really having a third party come and look at it, you don't know what's broke or not. It could be something that's overcompensating for the area where you actually, and I know that's definitely us. Like we are like our strengths, we're all in on our strengths. And then because of that, I feel like that creates some overcompensation. So the areas where we can grow is like, oh, we don't give it the opportunity to grow because it's like we're all in on our strengths. And because of that, it's like we're doing ourselves a disservice because it's like, oh, yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. Now, I'm going to tell y'all that. Listen, major advocate for therapy, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And that is okay. Because you can't grow if you're not willing to have the uncomfortable, have the awkward conversations. Like, you can't grow if you don't address it. Avoidance to get you nowhere. So,
but no, that is true. Because again, it's always great to have a third party that can see your relationship, see each of you in, I guess not say separate from the relationship, but be able to see both of you guys and be able to get you guys to, I don't say come on the same page, but be able to, I don't know how to say it. Just bring you guys together, and so you guys can really work on those things that you guys either are suppressing or you guys are not really talking about those things, those hard things. So
yeah. And things that you
take for granted.
Well, I think things that I thought, I'm only gonna speak for me, the things that are especially the area I thought that I had gotten better in, as far as I saw it as me advocating for you, when in actuality I was trying to own your feelings. Like, for example, I don't want you to feel upset about anything that I do. So I would suppress my own stuff because I know, oh, he might feel a certain way about it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I thought that was me advocating for you.
It's not.
But that's what I said. And because you get caught up in doing that, I didn't realize the fact that I was actually minimizing some of my feelings, some of my wants because of that. And it's having these conversations with a person who was like, well, let me tell you what I just heard you say. That's...
They put a mirror right upon you.
Right. It's like, oh, really? And so then, and so it just causes you to think a different way, or to see things a different way, and to get a better understanding of how you're coming across. It helps you develop the language to be able to have these conversations. outside of a therapist. Because I'm going to tell you this, as a therapist, 1 hour a week or however many times you see your therapist is not enough to actually make change in your life, in your relationships. You have to take whatever is discussed, whatever is revealed, whatever reflections or knowledge that come out of those reflections. You have to walk that out in your life in order for it to actually, in order for it to have like meaningful impact and change in your day to day. Because that is not enough time to undo all the things and to have you think in a new way. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I went to therapy today. Sir, ma'am, no. You got to walk that out every, in your day-to-day life. But just to have that kind of like, to gain those insights. And I'm...
Keep going. What you was about to say?
I was like, do you have any, you know me, I
No,
could just
okay,
go.
keep going.
Okay. And so I feel as though a great time to go to therapy is when you're not in a crisis because you're more open and you're physically and mentally not on edge, not in fight or flight mode.
Be
like
defensive. You have walls up.
You're not in protect. Like, yes. Yeah. So it's like, these are the best times to go because you're more open-minded, because you're more like calm and you're more relaxed.
And you're not on edge and stuff like that.
You're more relaxed.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, hey, let's talk about some things. Okay, cool. And so, because I also think that's the best way to work on communication. Because what I find out with my clients is like, oh, we'll talk through a new skill. They'll, kind of get the hang of it. And then they'll like leave it. And then when they have a disagreement and it becomes heated, they forget all about it because they didn't practice. They were not making it like a part of their day to day when things were good. So I'm very much an advocate of when things are chill is a great time to go to therapy because you can always just, it's all about growth.
I got nothing to tag on to that because I think we got in at a good time. It was a good time, but when we started, it was, it was at a time where we was at a good, a good place, and then then we started to have to put some.
Well, and then things start to change. Not us, but me. And so it's like, but then being able to kind of talk about that, and like how I was feeling at that time, and talk about like how to support your spouse when they're going through it. That I was like, I just felt like because we had already started, it just kind of, it helped that time. And then it also helped us be like, hey, we need to prioritize our relationship over all of the other commitments and all of the other things. And even deciding on what to take on is different now. So yeah.
Even in decision making, and I'll just say for myself, like last year for me, I thought being that she was at home with me that I was help. Not gonna say helping, but I was allowing her to make decisions. But at points, I was still making decisions, as in like when she was still in school.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I was still doing that. So it allowed seeing a therapist allowed that conversation to come out because I probably wouldn't have noticed that if we didn't go. So
no, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more I'm starting to remember that time, the more we were not communicating well.
We thought we were.
No, I did not. That was like more, because remember we were going through the whole outdoor kitchen thing too.
That was part of it too. Yeah.
So that's what it was like.
But no, we started before that. That's what it was like.
But I'm saying we were.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
We were going through some. I mean, we were going through some miscommunicating.
Yeah.
communication situations. So yeah. Anyways, all that to say though, major advocates for couples therapy. Yes, it can help. Well, I want to say it can help in a crisis, but usually if you're already on the brink of divorce, it's hard. Not saying it's impossible, but both parties got to come in really wanting to make the relationship to work to try to turn that thing around. So that's why I'm an advocate for going in, like having couples therapy be routine. Mind you, when it's a routine thing, you don't have to go like once, like every week. Like they're, especially if you find you're a great therapist, they will be able to properly set some goals. And once you're there and y'all are able to talk through a frequency, it's literally just like a maintenance check. And that, like I said, a great therapist will be able to work with you on that. It's not like something that you have to do like every week, and it's like, oh, we're not going to talk about what makes a good therapist. I felt myself going there, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so very much an advocate for it. I don't think it's something to. I don't think it's not something to take lightly. A lot of people will complain about the price because I'm gonna tell you, it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but also it's not a cost. Like it's not an expense. It's an investment. I am willing. I would rather invest in a couples therapist who I see once a month, couple times a month, whatever the frequency is, than to have to deal with a divorce. Like, this is allowing me to have a higher quality and, okay, sorry, let me back up. Couples therapy is not just for the relationship. Couples therapy allows me to be a better person for me, which automatically allows me to show up better in my relationship with you. So if I'm showing up as a better person in our relationship, then I show up as a better person not only in our relationship, but as all the other roles that I carry on, like as a entrepreneur, as a mom, as a daughter, as a friend. So that's why it's an investment, because it also allows me to have a fulfilling and satisfying relationship in whatever role I play in.
It's about the whole.
It is about the whole.
It's about
because everything feeds off of everything.
It's a system.
It's a system. So yeah. So I think that's all I have to say.
That's all. Okay. That's all you have to say. All right.
Maybe not, but I think that's all I will say. Because I can go off on a tangent.
Yeah, so, no, and I guess I'll go ahead and jump in because as you was talking, I was, again, you mean my analogies, so it just had me think, it's like, hey, with your car, and I'm not saying everybody does this, but I'm pretty sure you take care of your car. I'm pretty sure people make sure they clean the car. They make sure to take them in, especially, and not say especially, but if you're leasing a car, if if you paid for I'm gonna say expensive vehicle, you're gonna always make sure you maintain it. It's the same thing for your relationship. Like you have to put that investment in to do it. And again, the price may seem high, but you get your car done.
Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna just continue to just roll out here on tires but you like, you know what, I gotta pay for it if I want to keep rolling on these tires. So
I will add one more thing.
Okay.
And you're gonna like this because I'm gonna use a car analogy.
Oh goodness.
All right. So I shouldn't say a lot. I often get the question of, can I attend couples therapy if my partner does not want to come with me?
Okay.
And I'm like, yes, that is called individual therapy, but I advocate for that as well because here's my analogy. Let me make sure I don't mess it up. So yes, you can come to therapy to talk about things from your relationship. Just like if you are trying to change a flat, right? Can you change a flat if it's just yourself? Yes. Could it take longer? Yes. But will it get the job done? Yes. And that's just like just like with therapy. If your partner wants to come, great. You can change the flat faster. But if they don't want to come, you still come because you still can get the job done. You can still make changes in your relationship that will encourage them to want to come in and see why is he reacting differently? Because normally when I push this button, they will go off, but they don't do that anymore. What's really going on with them? Maybe I want to see what's going on. But regardless if they come or not, guess who's going to be showing up better for themselves and be more satisfied and fulfilled in their life? You, the person who decides to go to therapy, regardless if your partner comes with you or not. This is the best form of self-care, is to invest in yourself, in your happiness, in your satisfaction. Sorry.
I ain't got nothing else. That was a good analogy. I like that.
Look at that.
With the flat tire.
Hey.
That's cool. I like that. With the flat, yeah.
Look at that. So.
Yeah. You can go AAA too, but anyway, now.
Well, that doesn't make my analogy great.
I know as well. Okay?
So, but yeah, so that's all I got.
Okay. Okay, as well. So, like as always, follow, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Got any questions? Yes, throw it in the comments.
Right, and if you're looking for relationship or marriage coaching, go to our website, thebsideofmarriage.com. And if you're looking for couples therapy, if you live in the state of Texas, go to aimforhealingtherapy.com.
Okay. Well, until next week.
Because remember, the real work begins at I do.
Peace.